Alright. So, yesterday we failed to speed run to a tree. In fact, no trees happened on yesterday's stream. So what we're going to do is we're going to go there, plant a tree, speed run, or min-max some tomatoes. There's actually a really cool min-max strategy I came up with in regards to the tomatoes that I think will really get my stats up high. We're gonna be speed running to Lost Izalith today. As soon as I get this game up and going, we'll go ahead and switch over to it. No, I just felt like playing Eco today. Honestly, I was thinking about it really hard, and I was like, what do I want to do? I want to grow. I want to do some nice things. You know, I want to build. You know, I was working really hard on trees and stuff, so that's what we're gonna do here. Oh yes. Give me them tomatoes. Get out of my property. Get out of my property. Look at these bad boys. Oh. Yes, sir. So nice. Oh, something about this game really spoke to me. I don't know if it's the farmer in me that like just loves playing. I'm not a farmer, mind you. I just like playing these type of games, so I figured I'll just have a good time. Do what I want in this and see where it takes me. Honestly, I'm really trying to figure out what to do. Like, I see a lot of people make these big old houses, and they have like their stockpile. Well, I'll show you guys in just a little bit here. They have these big old houses, like with like stockpiles on top of them, and I'm like, should I be doing that? Should I? Oh, I'm out of seeds. I thought that would go better. Oh, right, I can make some of these into seeds. How many do I need? 1, 2, 4, 8, so 10 seeds. Alright, and I think that's 20 plants for 10 seeds. Okay. I also don't know how to make stairs, so that would be a really cool thing to figure out how to do. Because I made like this little like jump in Minecraft platform, but like I don't know if I have to like spec into stairs, so who knows. Wait, I got a farmer's bench somewhere. Alright, I gotta finish this room off. And put these tomatoes there. Although, if I'm not mistaken, need a room still. How are we doing by ways of stuff over here? Oh, wood, always a limiting factor. Hey, do I have less trees? Did I chop these down yesterday? What are you doing over there? That guy. My main competition. And whoever is down there who started a house and never uses it, that guy's just eating up supplies. Let me look it up. It's weird doing like this weird land claiming thing, you know, so. I don't know if this game has any. Oh, sorry, I was like wondering, like, is this game loud enough? But it's always hard to tell. It's like so-and-so came back with his cart and cleared up that stump. I don't know where he lives. I think he lives, the Czar. That's the main owner of the server. Soul Reaping. Morgensternschwinger. De Sultan. Nope. Nope. Say no to that. Anyway, I want a tree. I want wood. I should really... Okay, so the woods are going to grow back. That's good. We got more trees coming in up here, so I shouldn't feel too bad about a little bit of deforestation, right? And just enough axe to really get some more wood. I don't want to be caught in a situation where I don't have any wood for you know, the things or the stuff. So... Oh, man, no, yesterday I was feeling on the ball. Today is like a normal day for me. I just don't... Uh-oh. This is how I die. Oh, did I make a mess up there? Yeah, no, I just don't, I don't know what's going on. Like, sometimes I'll get, like, a little bit more sleep, and I'll feel like garbage. And then I'll get, like, a minimal amount of sleep, and I am, like, 100% on the ball, like, on like, another level, you know what I mean? Oh. Apparently it was a trap. What you want? No, one of my other goals here for, not this game necessarily, but just things I plan on doing is, you know, I got this, so, like, you know, I did a lot of research as far as these cameras go, and, we got these, oh, there is in-game music. I like my music more, though, so we're gonna go ahead and, bring that down for now. But, no, I did a lot of research as far as cameras go, and I really want to upgrade my computer, and it feels silly because I just got this sucker, but it's like, why not? I can't think of a good reason not to do it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like that much tiny bit more power, and as far as I'm told, like, PCs are an investment type thing that you do, and so that's expected of PCs, you know what I mean? Sorry about that. Every time. I think it's waking up in the morning. Like, just waking up makes my nose all stoopy. Stoopy poopy. Oh, I should be converting some of these, right? How many more do I need? So I think as far as exterior walls, we're good. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's call that 4. Let's call that 10. Oh, jeez. Let's just make them all. There's really no difference between this and that later. Let's go ahead and just make them all. Hewn log. Like 20 of them so far. I mean, if I were to get into specifics about like the right way to do this stuff, you should really mind your nature and what is it? Chop down the branches first. That way you could try to attempt to get a seed and then replant and reuse and all that stuff. But I don't know anything about that. 10 logs. Planks. So I'm trying to think because I have to like repair my tools. Oh, I failed to jump. Okay, get those in there. Let's go fix up these tools I got. I think I'll make it to round 2. What you want? 5 stone. Okay, that makes sense, I suppose. Okay, so stone. Luckily I have one of those things. No, it was definite toss-up of what to play today. That was like seriously on my mind. It's like, what do I do? You know, I'm not 100%. Not 100% sure. Like, I don't have a thing. You know, like a lot of people have their thing right away. Like, well, let's call it what it is. A lot of people are like, well, I'll play Minecraft. I'll play, what other games do they play? I'll play, what is that, like Fortnite or whatever. I don't like those type of games, so I don't play them. But I mean, it seems, as someone who's like been doing this for like 3-4 weeks now, I can't help but be a little jealous of people who are just able to just be like, that's me. I like playing simple games that other people like playing. And like, I have an addiction, you know what I mean? Like, this is, those type of games aren't the heroin I need. Like, I don't need the competition. I need the creation. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm stuck when it comes to gaming. Is I want and I need to basically level up and all that type of stuff. So this game has like a bit of like that. Let's just call it a little shot of like drug. You know, that little and I don't know what it is. It gives me that little fix that I need to make me pretty relatively pleased. But it still doesn't have like quick levels, you know. Like I have to like make things, which is kind of nice, I guess. You know, it's like, oh, that's good. That's real good right there. That's good. Let's take to fix this. More rock. Ah, that is nice. Let's clean this up. What was I saying? Oh, right. So, like, I don't know. I've always just... God, my hair is bad, guys. I really wish there was something better I could do regarding the hair situation, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? Like, this is the life I have. Should I just mohawk it? Yeah, I think I could just mohawk it. Oh. Was he just churning out roads? Is that... Where is he? Just over here. Oh, look at that. Yeah. A lot of big moves for him. I do think it's kind of funny that he makes himself a rule that gives him money for doing the thing he was going to do anyway, but it is what it is. That ain't the right tool. But he's like, yeah, I want to get paid for what I do. I guess it makes sense. I mean, if you want to encourage growth and then you have the ability to like enforce that, why not? Why not be the first person to like be like, oh yeah, you know, if you just do this small thing, you earn money. Look at me, I'm doing it right now. You know, makes sense. Do. Okay, we got that. Here. Let's figure out this roof situation. So I think I did the edges last time to make this easier for myself. Yeah. I could not figure this thing out last time at all to save my life. It's gonna be a legit room. It's gonna be a legit room. Moldy pistachios. That was at 500 calories. That was pretty good. 2 more tomato seeds. The yield on my tomatoes is not as good as I'd hoped. I mean, granted, I did get a lot, and the only thing limiting me from actually making more seeds via, like, the in-game metrics or whatever, the only thing limiting me there is this house, you know what I mean? So, like, if I'd have been less ambitious and made it smaller, I could have done that. My goal is to eventually, like, make, like sell fresh produce, like, from here, you know what I mean? And it doesn't go bad. I don't know how to do that quite yet, but seems like a good goal. Figure I'll get there as soon as I get there. I should plant. Give me a second here. Let's plant some trees. Plus, it'd open up some inventory for me. So I need this. What else we got? A couple of these. Thought I had one of those, yeah. Make me feel better, at least. Why not go finish this off, too? What are you? A plant fiber. Okay. Hey, wolf. Yeah, you know, if I were to go down, you'd get murked, little bud. Plant that. Go over here. I guess this cost me marginally less to do because I am the farmer class. I'm not sure. Now, I've been thinking, I'll be real for like a second here. I have been thinking about what direction to take the channel here. This isn't quite doing it for me, you know? Like, I got this itch, I got this need. And this is fun, but I want to do more, you know? And I want more of an impact. 2 hours a day is pretty good. You know, I can say, like, that's... Ah, damn it, I can't break this. 2 hours a day isn't bad. It's as much as I can handle per day, just between trying to get sleep and making dinner and actually hanging out and doing other things, you know, trying to balance life on top of doing this, you know, that's 2 hours is pretty much my limit. Like, I've worked around this, I've worked like the schedule clock, you know, I've moved it around a whole bunch, and I just can't find like a compromise otherwise, but it's not enough, you know what I mean? Like I said, I have that addiction, I have that need, that want, that drive. So I want to see more people. You know, I need more interaction. Like, I could play games by myself all day. I do that anyway, you know. That isn't what I want. I really want his house. I'm not going to lie. That's a nice looking house. It's that little bloop in the front. That little boop. That boop right there. Looks good. But anyway, no, what I was saying is, like, I want more fun stuff. You know what I mean? Like today, like this whole thing, like this whole stream that I do every day, it's like I always wonder to myself, what should I stream today? What would be like the best thing to stream today? And for the most part, I never have a good answer for that. It's like, I don't know. I don't really have a thing that I do. I'm not super good at any one game that I have. I'm not a Fortnite player, so what should I be playing? You know what I mean? Besides, you don't want to get in the whole Fortnite racket anyway. Who does? I mean, everybody plays that game. It's, I don't see the appeal, man. Like, I get it. I get that people like games. What you doing here, bud? What this? Little tiny stockpiles? It's got some stuff going on. I feel like this guy was doing the tutorial and then gave up. If I had to guess what was going on here, it's tutorial plus give up. Because there's just enough of a house. Must have knocked a tree over on his own shit. There's no way to reclaim property, I looked it up. So it's just unfortunate, like these resources, unless this guy comes back, are done for. Like, I can't take his beets, I can't take his debt, Ragnar's Saker. Alright, look him up. Seeker. That's not what I wanted. I want to learn more about you. Oh, hey, look at that. No, he's been on 4 hours ago. Not bad, not bad. I wonder if all those wild bushes I had, or all those wild bushes I found, I wonder if they're all regrown now. I mean, they did get me through the hard times at first, but I assume other people have been out here, so let's find out. Yeah, no, they're all gone. Oh, Jesus. It's not even a scary game, and that thing scared me. Yeah, no, man, I just don't, yeah, I just want something more impactful. You know, this is fun, and I intend to keep doing this for a bit, but I kind of wonder, like, should I do it longer? You know what I mean? Like, obviously I should do it longer, but it's like, I got a life, man. Like, I got a relationship I'm maintaining, and I work nights. So it's like, I could either get off of work at like 5 and then stream until like, let's see, what's reasonable? Let's think what's reasonable for just a minute here. So like, if you go back from 4, which is when I have to make dinner, so that'd be assumably when I have to wake up at the very latest. So you go back 4 hours, that'd put you to 12. Like noon, right? And then 4 hours from that would put you to 8 a.m. So that's 8 hours of sleep, right? And that's reasonable to a lot. 8 a.m., so that means I'd get home at, man, but I like cooking stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there's just no way around it. There's no way to make this, like, connect. I'll say this. This one goes out. My heart goes out to all the people who do this stuff like on a full-time basis and actually get it to work out. Because like functionally, I don't know how you guys are doing it. I thought I cut you down yesterday, or I just considered it. I don't know how you guys get around to it. It's just it doesn't add up. You know what I mean? Like, how would one stream like that? I have 2 more seeds. I should do something with that. And this fiddlehead stuff. So I wonder if that's why you get like a cross media thing. That's why you don't. That's why you like do a lot of other stuff. A lot of people are like, oh, you know, they still have a day job, and I'm like, yeah, I get that. The point of all this is not to have a day job. You know what I mean? Like, I'm assuming that's not how any of this is gonna work, even after years of hard work on this stuff. If you don't make it, you don't make it, which is fine, I guess. I do enjoy doing this. I do enjoy the idea. Oh, crap. But, yeah, no. Just, I don't know. There's an itch that need be scratched. I wonder what a reasonable cost for food is. Oop. I don't like this little spigot of dirt. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to be around, you might as well just add it up. There we go. Too big. Okay, sorry. Got a little obsessed and I was like, how small can I chop? This is another 10. Yeah, that's nice. So is it worth coming out to my place? Like, what makes... I mean, that means I'd have to get my cooking skill up, right? So, reasonably, let's check out the skill tree really quick. Fertilizer. What do the fertilizers do? Oh, right. No. Focus on gathering. Is there one for seeds out here? Tundra, fire shot. Shoots. Bean. So really it should be this, right? Okay, let's look in a chef for like a second here. So I need a book for that. I need 25 for that. So I should, if I'm going to be a farmer, I should be a cooker then. That's what I'm learning here. Wooden hoe. That Z-Tech guy is like every skill, right? Seed production efficiency. Decreases bean cost by... I should get that. What is this? Seed production. What do you do? What's the point of you? Huckleberry. Craft time. Okay. And what do you do? Cost. Time and cost. That's what these are, so... I'm throw one in each. Oh, I can churn out seeds. Because, you know, the goal here is I'm going to maybe turn most of those tomato plants I made into things and, like, really start taking advantage of this property that I have here. You know, maybe, like, lay it out, put some rock or something down there. Just something nice. Is I doing something? All right, wood. Ooh. This is super nice. actually play a bit of guitar. Self-taught, so obviously I'm not very good, but I mean, I used to do it as a teenager. You know, we all get anxiety and stuff like that, so as a teenager I used to draw, and I used to basic teenager stuff, you know what I mean, like I used to like draw and play guitar. I used to try to do poetry, even though I can't do poetry. I tried a lot of stuff, and I just never quite found something that worked for me, except playing guitar. And I was never very good at it, you know, I'll be the first to admit, but it made me happy, you know what I mean? And I think that's kind of super important, to be able to find whatever that thing is that makes you happy. I really like that song. That's from Animal Crossing? Holy jeez. I gotta learn how to play that. Okay, that should be plenty enough, right? I have a bow. Made a farmer's table. Not a mason. I already have a repair table. Research table seems cool, you know what I mean? But I'm not sure. I'll come back to that, you know what I mean? I'll have to make a new stockpile put on top of the house, I believe. That's another thing. Like, should the houses only be as large as a stockpile? Should I make them, like, stockpile sizes, you know what I mean? That's something I'll reconsider. I mean, once I have the wood, I'll be able to do all that, so. Let's go ahead and just make some hewn logs. Hopefully another 20 will do it. Because that's one thing I'll say about this game, is if it looks bad. It looks real bad when there's no trees around, so. I mean, that being said, you know, I grew up in Minnesota, so, well, you know, we have all these, like, rolling hills and, like, trees everywhere. It's a real beautiful place, so, if you like snow, I'm not gonna lie. But, like, I went to other, hey, are you in?
What's up?
Hey, good morning.
I've been up for a little while. Something woke me up, can't sleep. But I needed to eat food before I did anything, or else I would have, like, ripped people's faces off, so.
Yeah. How you doing? How you doing otherwise? You feeling alright?
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of off, but I'm doing alright.
Good. No, I'm also feeling off. I think it's just, again, I think like we've said all year so far, it's the season.
I really feel like it is. The weather shift is just kind of, like, doing it to us.
Mm-hmm. It's not a good, I'll say that.
No, but I can tell you that we are both impressing management.
Yeah, how do you figure that?
This is actually verbatim from last night. Is, you know, it's actually kind of impressive. We're all really impressed with how well you guys all work together.
Ooh.
I know, right?
That's good. I'm glad that our little jerk-off circle that we've created is really getting.
Well, and it hits basically what the management is looking for everybody to do, like, to watch the teams inspire each other to do better.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you know, I'm not trained in certain skills that you're required to train in to coach.
Right.
And the dude, what's his name, Nicholas?
The guy, the cool new guy?
Yeah, the one who walked around introducing himself.
Yeah, Nicholas,
like,
yeah.
Hey, I'm an extrovert, but I'm quietly extroverted.
Yeah.
He had a question about a debit case last night, and I walked over there and I was like, oh, here, blah, 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 do this, look here, do this, look here. And I didn't get interrupted at all by the management that was behind us, so I assume I instructed him to look in the right place.
Yeah, no, that's a good enough, you know, that's indicator of it all.
And, you know, it's one of those things, like, I really feel like they kind of look at our little group as like a test group, like,
ooh.
These guys are doing something to encourage each other. How can we inspire this friendly competition amongst our other cohorts?
Well, I mean, it's the weirdest thing about the whole thing, as you are aware, is all the other groups are real quiet. You know what I mean?
And we don't shut up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're the opposite of that. And, like, at first I remember, like, we'd all get, like super bad noise complaints and stuff like that. But it's like, maybe they're right.
They don't complain because we're doing our job.
Yeah, they don't complain at all now, so.
They were, because people weren't meeting their times. And I think that's 100% why they were complaining about it before, is because we weren't, well, I mean, I was new. I don't know if that actually counts for anything, but I was new.
Right.
And, you know, but then there was some time issues, and then you guys went into another skill set, so then I think they kind of relaxed a little bit because they expected the time change.
Right.
But now as the skill set is advancing, the time changes are going downward, in definite downward trend. Like, I mean, what, you chopped off
A bunch.
like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
And then this comes in the world's smallest box.
You know what it is? I took an interest. That's honestly all that's changed. Is like I stopped passively being all depressed about things, and I took an interest in life again. Like,
Well,
not to be all
there's
sad
that.
about the
I
whole
mean, it
thing, but
helps.
like I was just like I don't really care anymore, man. Forget this stuff. I don't even care. Like that was me.
But like, you know, and I flat out got told by someone else, in kind of a tete-a-tete, not necessarily an argument or anything, but in a debate about why I care so much about going into the next skill level. And I was like, okay, first off, what else is there to do?
Yeah.
Like, I like doing things. I like accomplishing things. I'm gonna get bored really fast if I don't have things to challenge my brain.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, yeah, but blah, blah, blah. And
Right.
the argument was basically, well, yeah, but why do what you don't have to do? And I was like, because it's fun, because it's challenging. It's something that I'm not proficient at it, so it's a challenge to me. I want to be proficient at everything. If I can't be proficient at things, then what's the point?
I
Like,
suppose
why would
so.
I go into something and just half-ass it? Like, what fun is there in that?
See, I guess on the other end of that, like, you know, to play devil's advocate, I totally get that other mindset because it's like, you know, they pay you to do a certain job, but why go above and beyond because it doesn't necessarily monetarily add up.
Well, right, but even in this next skill set, it's not an increase in pay, so it's the same thing.
I mean,
The
I'm
next
just,
skill set is not an increase. The next skill set is just kind of a stepping stone to the increase, because you have to have 2 more from where we're at to get the increase in pay.
it should be, I think there should be minor increases in pay more often.
I agree.
Because
But,
it's like
you know,
that whole like, oh yeah, completely F up everything you know multiple times before you get a minor amount of extra money is not good incentive to want to do another skill.
No, it's not. It's not. But the only way to get up to those higher skills is to show initiative, and I genuinely feel like that's the issue. Like, you have to have proficiency in what skill you have at present. Okay, cool, I can do that. I mean, I think you and I have both been proving that repeatedly over the last few weeks here.
We're doing well.
Yeah, doing pretty solid. Have a couple rough days, but the rest of them are bang on. And then, you know, so we're showing proficiency in the skill we have. Now the next thing is to take it that step further. Show the proficiency and show the ability to go a little above and beyond. Boom, the next class happens.
Right.
And, you know, everyone's all hesitant to go into the next skill set. I don't understand why. Yeah, it's a lot of hassle, but it's the same crap we're already doing. I mean, look at how many calls when we go through and we have to do an extra 20 minutes of legwork because the person doesn't want to be transferred to the person they need to speak to.
Right.
Or how many times we have to pass someone off and a 20-minute hold for a skill set we're not trained in.
That's true. That is true.
You know, like, okay, well, the numbers are probably going to be about the same once we actually become proficient in that skill set because we're already wasting that time waiting for someone else who's already trained in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see, like, the whole, well, why would I want to? Well, why wouldn't you? It's the same thing. You're just doing a little bit more. The time evens out.
I suppose so. I just want more money. I just want more money. That's it. Like, that's always it. Like,
More money comes with most skills.
more skills. I don't want them. I don't want them. I got to have
But
them,
they come
though.
with the money.
Yeah.
2 skills. 2 skills and you get a raise.
Where is all my seeds going? I feel like I'm making all these seeds, but maybe they're just not making... Oh, yeah, they're very slow. It's a very slow thing to make all these seeds.
It's not too bad. I've definitely seen worse resource management in games.
Yeah. I mean, I finished this big old hut, which is nice. And then I plan on selling fresh produce, like, out of this window.
I was like, do you have any windows in there?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to sell fresh produce out of this window, and the rest is going to be like a workshop for seeds and storage, essentially.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I'm not sure how any of that really works. So I'm still working on figuring that out. Man, today sucked already. Not to say it was like super bad, but like I woke up at 12:50. I got the sleep out of my eyes. I like turned my brain on. At 1 o'clock, I started chopping meat. At 1:30, I was done. I was like, Jesus Christ. Took the dog out for 10 minutes, no poop. And then I had to come here and do this. So I was just like, man, it's been back-to-back just letdowns. Not like super bad ones, but, you know, I just wanted to do more.
I got my camera.
Ooh, is that what the
I didn't
crunchy
set it
noise
up.
is? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't set it up yet.
Luckily, it's
I'm gonna,
just plug and play, but I would definitely
yeah.
have a little fun with that there. Hey, there's some sizing things you're going to have to know how to do when it comes to basically like Streamlabs or whatever. I would recommend, I know you want the widescreen initially because that's the size of your TVs and stuff like that, but I would definitely go with 4x3.
Okay.
I mean, that's just something that's my advice as somebody who fought with this stuff for like a week without really know what I was doing. 4x3.
No worries. I'm not worried about it. I'll figure it out. And if I can't figure it out, I'll be like, hey, friend.
There's a new thing.
Franz to the ond. But yeah, so like camera came. First comment, your camera came so you can booby stream.
Booby stream.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Like, that is totally not what it's for. Sure. It's like, oh my god.
Is it not? Why are you even doing all this then?
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I even bother with my life?
Exactly. You should really feel bad too. Like, that's the important part is you feel bad.
Yeah, but where am I going with this? There we go. Sorry, I'm playing Billions again in the attempts to not die. I need shocking towers. I have a swarm coming at me.
You must really like that game. Do you own StarCraft 2?
I do.
Do you ever want to play like skirmishes online? Not versus each other. I'm a cooperative skirmish or any of that stuff, but like
I could probably do that.
I very much enjoy RTSs, but you know, between Alyssa and I, like we do like the 2-player like random story missions, and we ran out of those. And we do like multiplayer, her and I versus a number of NPCs, and it's like, what would happen if you had 3 people? Or you know, I don't know.
What am I doing? That's what I'm doing. I was like, what was I doing? I needed more power.
More power.
More power.
Yeah.
I did. I needed to get more workers, but in order to do more workers, I needed more food, I believe. Is it food? I needed something. Yeah, it's food. I need food as a resource, which I do not have, because I just gained the access to the next little lakey bit.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the only downside to this game. The food management, unless you have like advanced foods, is a little kind of a bitch.
I've seen it. Like I've seen, like I said, I was watching Splattercat play that game, and it looks pretty interesting. But it's not enough RTS for me. It's more, I don't know. I want to play it, but I think it's one of those games that I would get real too frustrated with to enjoy.
It's very likely. I have a lot of friends who can't play it for that reason. They're just like, why? Well, you do this, but why though?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, so that this, and then they're like, I guess.
Well, I mean, like that's like, why is the opposite of how you want to approach a game, though? You know, like, why do it? Why fucking play games? Why put on pants? Like, it's not our.
Why put on pants though?
Yeah,
okay, sorry.
Yeah. It's like not our place to ask why when it comes to like playing games. Is it fun? Really? And if it's not fun for you,
that's how I feel about it. But like, I have a lot of friends who they won't play a game unless there's a strong why they should, and it's like, well, why would you?
Yeah,
want to?
it's like kind of sounds like you don't want to play games.
Right. Well, I have a friend who messaged me today. Sell me on 76. Well, why am I going to sell you on 76? You just told me you're broke.
Mm-hmm.
You just told me that you're not sold on the game. You're not going to enjoy playing it.
Right.
Like, if you're broke and you're not sold on the game, there ain't nothing going to bring you around. I mean, and if it does bring you around, then you're either not as broke as you're saying, or you are a little bit sold on the game and you just don't want to admit it.
Right. It's like, why is that burden on you?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I did message, and I did say I don't see any foreseeable large changes before Christmas.
No?
Like, I mean, I could see them dropping a solid content patch, but I don't see anything that would change the inherent way to play the game. So if you're going to like it now, you're going to like it by Christmas, and if you're not going to like it now, you're probably not going to like it by Christmas. It'll probably be spring before they make any changes to the point where people are going to be like, wow, this is totally different than what I expected.
Right.
And yes, I said that in that tone for a reason. But you know what I mean? Because like, even if they drop a content patch, it's not going to be of such a sizable difference that they will change the game inherently.
Right. No, I'm just,
So
like I said, I'm just concerned about. That's why I haven't gotten it though. I made my choice. I'm not getting that game until I'm, until I'm positive that it's going to be a good game experience for me, and that's what I push for other people too. Because I'm not going to buy a game just because it says Fallout on it. I feel like that's.
And I bought the game because I was excited to see what Bethesda could do with an MMO. Because, let's be real, ESO did not do as well as everybody would have liked. And not for any failings on Bethesda part. Unfortunately, it was the server host that they partnered with. When the game initially came out, I loved the beta play, but you assume in beta play that things are going to improve.
Right.
And when things do not, in fact, improve, then people are like, well, what are we even doing with our time?
Right.
And that's kind of what happened with ESO. Like, ESO, great concept. Fantastic ideas behind it. I actually really enjoyed it. The problem was, you'd get server kicked randomly. You're mid-combat, boom, you're at the login screen. What just happened? It's not something that, Bethesda can control. That's the servers. And when you don't own your own server, that's not something you can prepare for or fix.
Right.
So, I feel like that was where they failed, and it kind of just left the game floundering. People still play it actively.
Right.
There's a lot of people who still actively play ESO.
I mean, I played it for a while, too. I mean, it was an okay game.
And so, I have this, big thing about people shooting down a game just because it's not what they want it to be.
Right.
Potatoes. And, sorry, it sounds like I have Tourette's. I really just have a cat. So anybody
What's the
who
difference?
pops in is like, why is there a potato being shouted in the middle of the room? So when you go into something like 76, it's expect the Fallout world, but don't expect the Fallout traditional gameplay. They've told us that since the beginning of their announcement. It is not going to be what you want it to be. It is going to be different, and we want it to be different.
What does the bank do? What's the point of the bank?
To trade things?
No, there's actual shops for trading stuff. Why does this bank exist?
Is it for raw ore? Like, you can see how much it's worth? Like, what do you
No, you can check prices on, like, a different page. This guy, whoever did this, buying price. Oh, you can sell gold. That's what I'm getting here. Buying price. I could sell them gold for, like, no money, which isn't great. And I don't know how to get gold either way, but...
That's probably gold farmers.
Yeah. The server's still relatively new. Like, since I've gotten up here, like, all these pop-ups came, but, I'm the only one who's me. And maybe I should join their Discord. I meant to the other day, but I never got around to it. So this is the Rhodes District, as he calls it. And I think this is the guy who owns everything. He's like the chief of it all, which is making like this cool town. I really wish he'd focus more on creating paths between the players' areas, rather than just...
So you want him to make it more infrastructure versus...
Yeah, I mean, because, like, look at, there's, like, this huge, like, ravine. Well, you're probably playing your game, but there's, like, there's a huge ravine here that I have to, like, cross, and, like, someone slapped some wood there as a courtesy, but otherwise, this was unpassable. I had to jump, and I fell in,
Well, why wouldn't you? Well, why don't you help advance it?
I am not. You have to, like, very carefully choose your skills. I'm not that skilled. I'm a farmer. So, like, way off in Rick's farm over there where I'm growing tomatoes, which is also something I was trying to figure out how to do. I was like, what is the price of a tomato? Like, what is the price of fresh food? Clearly, these guys are eating something, and I think they all hunt, you know what I mean? As far as, like, cross-specialization goes. So, I'm like, if I can hunt / oh, this is really nice. I really wish I lived somewhere, like, in town. This is nice.
The ADHD stream, where we talk about one thing, and then a topic throws itself in. Woo!
It's just like, this is good. I like this. Oh, this guy has a store. What do you sell? They buy lumber. They buy tree seeds, and they sell... Oh, they're carpenters. Very nice. Do you guys buy seeds? I can make seeds. A butchery table, a tailoring table. Oh, this is nice. I like that. Chanceboro. What is this? Is this your actual house? You live right across the street from your store? That's quaint and adorable.
I'm out of resources for that? Okay. I wish bottlenecking worked a little better in this game.
There's really no way to, like, create a natural bottleneck. Like, they just break everything. Like, it's kind of their point. They just break everything. But it's like, your characters are limited to the same idea of bottlenecking, whereas theirs aren't. So, I mean, like, what you can do when you build walls around your town is you could put, like, little offshoots of walls just to give them something to munch on while you pick them off. But once those are gone...
that's kind of what I do.
Yeah, like, once those are gone, you can't do any more of that, you know what I mean? Like, you have to kill them to be able to make them back, but...
Oh, yeah. I'm aware. Oh, tragically aware. Yeah. I mean, the good news is that, like, they do, and they go for bait. So, like, if you just drop something there to keep them busy, they will eat it first. But, boy, that gets tedious.
Right. How do I sell? I would love to be able to sell. Do I need a research table? Store. Oh, selling. I need wood. Oh, it's actually relatively easy.
And one of my friends was like, make all of the spike traps. And I'm like, they only slow them down a little. Like, why would I spike trap everything? That's a waste of resources if I can build extra defensey walls.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, I would rather have 6 more defensive walls than 1 spike trap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll give you that. It's like a band-aid. That's how I refer to things, like small that seem good at a time. Like it'll definitely help at one point, but as far as the future goes, it's not going to be any very good.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, so that helps me for how long? Oh, until they walk in my direction. Okay, cool. Especially when you got like these jumping harpies that jump walls and stuff.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, those guys are a bitch. I'll admit that. I've seen them on Splat Stream.
The spitters are not as bad, honestly. The spitters, you know, they're at a distance, but they're not terrible. It's the jumpers and the swarms together that just really wreck your face every time. All right, let's see how we do. I don't have enough shocking tower on this side. I know that already. They're testing me. They sent a couple of swarms at once.
Right. Did they... I mean, at least the game kind of has immediate feedback to what it thinks is your weakest side.
Yeah. It absolutely does. Which is nice. I mean, honestly, the game is it tests you. It shows you, hey, this is your weak point. You should probably do something here. You have a lot of this here. You have a lot of this here. But you're gonna die if this is how you leave this.
Right.
And, yeah. Like, I'm probably gonna die in this swarm, because I need 1 more shocking tower over here, and I do not have the resources to build it, nor do I have one.
How many games of that have you played so far?
Actually, like, attempted versus tried different strategies, probably about 7.
Okay.
I try different strategies, just kind of like how I do in the forest, where I built basically a mock passive world. But there's no passive world here. So basically what I've done is I've created myself the... no, that's gonna end poorly for me. Sorry, my Lucifer's probably gonna die. I put him at my weak point in the attempts that I could help, but he's probably gonna die.
He's probably gonna die.
Well, because an abomination came for him. Like, yeah, he's done. Oh, did he just, like, barely live by an ass hair? Oh, shit.
There's healing units in there, if I'm not mistaken.
There are, I just don't have any at present.
Those guys are game changers. Today I was actually thinking about playing Stonehearth, and I was thinking back to it, and I'm like, man, up until
He might become a sacrificial lamb because he has 2 abominations on him now, which is just
he's pretty much done.
sad.
Yeah.
I mean, I can walk him somewhere else, I guess. But yeah, this is my weak point. Without this Lucifer, I would have lost the game. They made it to my inside wall.
Damn, it takes 15 minutes to make that store, though. Jeez.
Yeah, definitely would have lost this without that Lucifer. See, and that's why I put him here, because I anticipated that this would be a weak point. Straight up, 100% the reason I put him here.
Did you know Mark has...
I'll be back.
Should eat something when I get back. Dang, man, it takes 15 whole minutes. That's wild. You know, unlinked from that. That's not what I need you to do. What are you? Fiddle ferns. Huckleberry. A huckleberry bush. Some beets. I'll keep those. I'm just going to do tomatoes for at this exact moment. A good amount. This is a very good amount of seeds. Quite proud of this. If I can get all these things to grow soon, you know, that'd be real cool. Plus I got all these wild stuff going on. Just dang neat. My list will be running out soon. Is there really anything I need in there?
Sorry, bus time.
It's what time?
Bus time?
Oh, bus time, right.
Yeah, children things.
Those things you got, yeah.
Spawn.
Spawn. No.
I'd say fruit of my loins, but the one I got off the bus today was not the fruit of my loins.
Right. I mean, everybody knows about nutritious loin fruit, so.
Yes, well, I'm still a fan, and as degrading as it does kind of sound, I'm still totally a fan of the term fuck trophies.
Oh my god. That's so bad.
It's terrible, but it's funny.
That is funny. Terrible, but funny.
I mean, it's not wrong. Like, that's the part that gets me, is it's not wrong. It's just not also right.
Yeah, no, it's definitely crosses a line.
Yeah, not wrong, just also not right.
How many sickles? I made 2 of these things?
Oh, dude, more are coming? Why are more coming? I'm not done rebuilding yet, you
Oh, I thought you were
jerk
talking about
bag
the children.
No.
It's like, more children
yeah,
are on their
why
way.
are they coming? God.
Keep coming in here.
They want to be warm or something.
Stay outside. Children outside.
Miners, tough it up.
Yeah. Let me close this backpack.
That'll be fine. You can still use this gate, right?
Okay.
Nope, can't still use that as a gate. I did me a bad. I lined that up poorly.
Did you startle?
That's why. Well, I lined my gate up improperly, and it was like, you have to run around the map. No! How about I don't run around the map for that?
Are we? That was it? I mean, okay, so as far as quote-unquote it and those seeds, I do have a pretty large farm now.
Do you?
And, I mean, it's bigger than it's ever been.
Tower.
The only thing is, like, creating things like divisions on the ground. Like, you can't take a hunk of wood and, like, make, like, a pathway on the ground as far as I can tell. So it's mildly frustrating in that, like, I want these to not look like bullshit. But I don't.
And yet, here you are.
That this is my farm. You know, I have a good amount of tomatoes, which will take till tomorrow to grow, which is kind of cool.
Ta-da!
I don't think I was done collecting that tree. Oh, I definitely wasn't done collecting that tree. Yeah, but did you know Mark has like this whole crazy idea for a video game?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's been telling me about it lately, and it is complex as hell.
Yes, but video games are complex.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I've played Dark Souls, and it makes sense. His game, super complex, and it's interesting in its complexity. But then on the other hand, it's like, dude, this is going to take forever to implement.
Yes.
Because he's like, okay, so at first everything was the void, but then from the void came the dream.
Okay, one, your mock, Mark, is dead on. Two, so I was like, oh my god, that's exactly how he talks.
It is.
Oh, I just had a moment. For everybody who doesn't know, that's almost identical to the way he talks. And he's not doing it in like a posh, fancy kind of way. That's
Nope,
just his tone of
that's
voice.
the way Mark talks.
Gets me every time.
But no, he was telling me how everything comes from the void, right? And then,
Yep.
no, he said, no, at first, all there was the void. And then there was, like, from the void came the dream, and the dream produced the shard. And then, like, the shard shattered and created all these entities. And I'm like, damn, man. And then he's telling me about, like, the sources, like, the well of power, and, like, how he says it's like a cheeseburger. His world's like a cheeseburger, not like a jelly donut or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It's pretty wild.
But how else does a good game come into existence?
I mean, like, it's super complex. I mean, he has like his own webpage and stuff, which honestly, if it wasn't private, I would link so like everyone could like look into that stuff. But it's cool. It's real cool, real weird, like real crazy. I should cook some more food.
Yeah, I ate my lunch today. Now, I know this is real world versus in-game, but I ate my lunch today and I'm still hungry. I'm sitting here like, I should eat something. No, I shouldn't eat something because I've already eaten something. I should not be that way.
You can eat whatever you want, though, you know?
Yeah.
I am hungry, though. That's like I said, I had to chop a bunch of meat earlier, so, like, that's on the agenda, is to eat that meat. I'm just not looking forward to it. It seems like I ran out of time today.
Whoa, that was rampant.
What, eat that meat?
I just started building a wall, and in comes a swell.
Oh, yeah, no, that's the type of thing that'll end a run.
Dicks. Well, I haven't put anything on the outside of the wall yet because I just started this section.
Mm-hmm.
It's in my tower defense test corner.
Let's see here. So I have an inside, I have an outside. Oh, yeah, I was making a crafting table. How's that going? 6 more minutes. Okay. Or not a crafting, a merchant. So
Oh, they're totally gonna make it through that spot because I don't have enough here.
If I build 2 of these, can I...
I don't want to put that there. I want a shocking tower there.
If I build 2 of those, can I make... Can I make 2 things at once? That'd be real cool.
It's just out of range of both of those ballistas, huh? Okay.
Just out of range of the ballistas.
It is. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, which
I
one?
had
Like
a
the
shocking
ballistas
tower.
turn into like those machine gun cannons, don't they?
Executioners, yeah.
Yeah, those executioners are real good looking.
Them are, they're beautiful.
Like that's how Splat was getting near the end. Like he had this very complex system of walls and executioners that he was figuring out.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not quite executioner stage in my development yet because I took the slower road to build out the walls.
Mm-hmm. I want this guy's stuff. Like that's... I wish there... Like, I looked it up. There's no way to, like, reclaim people's property. So, like, if that guy never logs back on, Ravenbury... Let me check.
Can you destroy his things?
No, not at all. There's no timeout. There's no degradation.
I do like how he has a storage on top of his house.
Yeah, I'm actually going to imitate that over at my place. That's why it's so big.
I do like that. It's very resource protective.
So, Raven. He was last on 18 hours ago, so I guess he is, you know, around.
An semi-active player.
Yeah. 18 hours is a long time ago. Or is a long time. Because he doesn't look to have any, like, you know, sticks in the fire down there, so he just built a house
You
and
made
left.
me want to play this game, but I know I wouldn't play it enough to pay for it. Like, that's the part that kills me.
I know. And it's not like the cheap type of game where it's like you could just buy it and like I would buy it for you. It goes in that $30 bracket, and I don't got that.
I know. Well, I don't either. Don't worry. I just bought a camera. So.
Yeah, that's true.
I spent all of my mad money on Fallout 76 and a webcam.
Yeah. Looking forward to you playing that.
Yeah, you know, I really, I can't wait to play it again. I genuinely have to set myself boundaries and parameters with gaming, or I get way too invested, which is a problem when you have a full-time job.
Yeah, yeah.
And I say that the job is the problem because I feel like people in our country work way too much, way too hard, way too often.
We really do. I'll give you that. We really, really do.
With very little reprieve, like we are part, like it's not even capitalism that causes this. It's a cultural thing where if you're not working yourself to death, you're obviously lazy and have no gumption in life.
You know what's wild though? Like I guess in Japan, and they have like this huge mentality of like the company is your family. So even though they do have these crazy long hours and stuff like that, it's like you are around the people. Like your boss is like your elder and someone you respect and someone who's there for you. Even though you know it's well, harder but better.
The company that my friend who's currently located in California works for, they take their employees out like twice a week. It's once to dinner and once out for drinks because they know how high stress the job is and how high demanding the hours are.
That seems
and so
super
the
nice.
boss will take, you know, he takes the company card, takes the employees, and off they go for a wild night on the town, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to read our town.
I could have been making paper this whole time.
Apparently.
I know that pulp did. Tailoring table. Like a lot of this crap doesn't do anything for me.
Really? That's what 30 stone?
What's the difference?
Well, it's the difference between me and another shocking tower, and I need that shocking tower.
Yeah, this is really good. Got a Nintendo lo-fi mix on right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's real good background noise. It's super good. I didn't really mess around with this Najubi's lo-fi stuff that he kind of invented for like a long time. But then it's slowly kind of, it makes good background music. The problem is I don't listen to music, you know what I mean? Like it's not my thing. So when I think of music, I'm just like, not impressed. But some of it's pretty good. Let me key you in on something I've learned, young one. Music's okay to listen to sometimes. A bit on the nose. Yeah.
That's how you're gonna phrase that? It's okay sometimes?
Sometimes music's okay.
Oh boy.
Get out of here, you dang moose. Get out of here.
I can't help it. That's just how I was born.
Get out of here. He's mostly stuck. Get in that water. Go swim down there.
Any more stone? I'm literally just waiting on stone, apparently, to be able to build all of the shock towers I will need for this. To die. To die. I like how I just gave myself, like, the huge props psychologically. Yeah, so I can die. Thanks, game. Because they sent to swarm as soon as I was building that one wall.
Oh. He said to swarm?
Whoever they are. So right now I'm working on secondary defenses and more shock towers.
57 more seconds.
To help take out the little dudes obs.
Well, but you're alright, dude. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's your fault you didn't poop, my guy. That's your fault.
Right, okay, so dogs, like, they blame us for all these things, and it's really their own doing.
Yeah, he's like down there pouting like, I got a tummy ache, I gotta make poop. It's like, dude, we were outside in the snow for 10 whole minutes. And you were like burying your face and taking peas on everything. You know what we're out there for.
Wish I could say I didn't understand, but I do.
Yeah.
Dogs are ridiculous. Oh, what is this, buddy? Is this for me or is this yours? Is this for me? You brought me Burger King?
You got Burger King? Oh, man,
Thanks,
I'm so
sunshine.
jealous.
Was this your idea or Daddy's? Daddy's? Aww. I like how you... Kid comes in here, just immediately starts ripping ass. He's giving me food. Okay. Give me 1 second here.
Average tier. What is that? What is an average tier? Storage, solid ground. Average tier. Do I need like a chair in here or something? Like, can't afford a chair. Got a door. Can't even make hewn logs here. Can't make paper either. Why this whole table is real useless to me? Why did I even make it? I can make a door and some boards. Oh, I needed boards. That's why. Maybe I should go back into town. Maybe I should go back into town. Look at all this stone out here. You were a carpenter, weren't you? Sell to me a table or a chair. Nice scratchy bedroom. One of these, I guess. What does this do? For storage? Wooden latrine. At least I'll have an ice box too. Hopefully that'll do it. Damn, that took all my money. How much money do I have? 6.22. I start making money in this game. Hopefully owning a bed will do something. I heard they did add sleep to this game for anybody who's watching. I heard that you can actually go to sleep and advance till morning time. Let's block the level.
So if you advance till morning time, how does that actually affect gameplay since everything is such slow building?
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if it like increases speed. I have no idea. I haven't figured that out yet. Because I guess they just added it. Okay, so this is just a storage. Okay. Now, does this affect this? What is tier? Average tier. I gotta Google this. And this music is killing it, man. I really like this. Eco. Average. Two primary purpose players home. Crafting station and furniture to provide players with a passive skill point boost. Oh, that is nice. I didn't know that. Low tier crafting station. Oh, I have to have more crafting stations. Let's see. So I have to have at least an average tier of ownership, building materials, tier 1, hewn logs, lumber, brick, glass. So I just have to be more advanced is what it's saying. Okay. So the bed did nothing. Well, it gives me a passive. Oh, that's nice. It's actually right there. Sweet.
What's right where?
At the bottom left down there.
Oh.
Yeah, it gives me like a little passive.
That's weird.
4 passive.
Cool.
Yeah. Because my material. Oh, so I should be making stuff out of stone. Oh, snap. Well, that's crap. If I would have known that, maybe if I'd make the floor better? Maybe if I make the floor better.
Like, do you actually make flooring, like, with wood?
Yeah, again, this is where we came across that issue that I had. I don't know how to do that. Because, like, I have a wood crafting table, but I'm not a carpenter, so it doesn't do me very good. However, there is no floor, quote-unquote. It takes 2 whole logs to make one of these hunks of wood, you know?
Yeah. I can see where that would get tedious.
Mm-hmm. So that's like, okay, so you could, like, murk all the trees, but if you cut down all the trees, then, yeah, if you cut down all the trees, then they don't all grow back. So, like, right there, you can see that they're, like, replanting themselves naturally, but that's going to take, like, 2 or 3 real game days for the game. Yeah, you know what I mean, to make those into real trees. So it's kind of like this weird balance. Like, that's why it's called eco, you know, that's why these, like, servers usually take, like, 30 to 60 days, but it's like, I really just want to play, like, my own server with people I know, but, like, not just, like, we need, like, 10 people to, like, create, like, a community, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that would be hard to do, especially.
Right. Like, especially, like, you and me and Rowan could barely get together to play the forest, let alone get, like, other people, like, what is their name in Discord?
Rayless?
Yeah, Rayless. We were actually just talking about it the other day, but
how did they say they pronounced it again?
I forgot, honestly. I think I gotta make the floor better. Let's work on that.
The south is now my weak point. Oh,
the south.
The south will rise again.
The south will rise again. No, I never was a big fan of that. Yeah, I think I heard a zombie there.
No, you didn't hear a zombie. You heard a Jeff talking to the cat.
So like, like okay.
It's how he does the play noises. As soon as he does that, the cat just like freaks out and is like, I'll eat you.
Yeah, it's like, hey, zombie. I think there's I can make a wood cart if I had planks. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're hauling minimal loads. Minimal loads. What's the difference between a wheelbarrow and a cart?
A cart has 4 wheels, a wheelbarrow has 3.
And this actual cart has
1
2
push.
wheels. I'm thinking it's a push-pull stitch.
That's, yeah. So, I mean,
yeah, let me take a small break from this, since this game just takes time. And it doesn't matter if I'm in or out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and jump to, like, a face cam for a second here. I actually want to do a little bit of research on the Steam store here.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like, okay, that's weird. That's a weird one, but okay.
Flex. Oh, that's why it's testing me here, because I only have a 1-layer wall. I'm working on those exterior defenses.
Right. Oh man, there's that house flipper game I've been wanting to play. I don't know why.
Oh shit, I didn't do that.
And Space Engineers. Oh my god, Space Engineers. Yeah, it's exactly what you think it is. You go there, you get a thing. They're like, oh hey, my house needs 3 new walls, and they all need to be green. So you have to like knock out these walls without like, I don't know. It's exactly what you think it is.
Yeah, alright then.
There's also Space Engineers, which I really want. I love puzzle games. Like, as far as like when it comes to like building, like conveyor belts and machinery and like doing stuff like that, I love them. Have you seen a game called Factorio?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
I think it looks pretty badass, honestly.
It is pretty badass. I got myself a not so legal copy a long time ago, and
a not so legal copy. Yeah, I like how you phrased that.
Yeah, got myself a not so.
It could have been, but it was not as legal as it should have been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it definitely was the program, and I definitely did play it.
Oh, that's so bad.
It was just otherwise in a venue that I shouldn't have gotten it through, I suppose. Either way, I played it and I love it, but I'm too afraid to play it. Like, that was the one game I like really was like, oh yeah, you know, we're definitely gonna play it in peaceful, because I'm not gonna handle the monsters so well. So.
Is this one you pumped your friends into playing?
No, I don't have many people to play games with. So. Oh, this is so good. Is this song from,
I can't hear the song.
Yeah, unfortunately you can't hear it. I think it's something from Sonic. Wait, no, Sonic's not Nintendo, it's Sega. I have no idea what it is.
Sonic is Sega.
I might switch over to my time at Portia. Nah, that game's pretty heavy, man. I just want like a good,
That's
solid game.
face. Oh, dude. Okay, so I have...
Let's go ahead and do...
How many of these things do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They gave me like 15 of these big guys. And I'm definitely not gonna... What are you doing? Are you... He's Lion Kinging the cat.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he says he's sacrificing, but he's holding him like Stephen.
Yeah, that's Lion King.
Lion Kinging. So we're definitely putting a shocking tower here. I mean, I may survive this. Oh, I may not survive this. They just attacked my energy mill. There's a lot of people in the power plant. Oh, shit. Lots of folk in the power plant. Wow, that was brutal. I almost just lost the game.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I haven't won it yet, but I have to rebuild an entire section.
Yeah.
They tested me, all right. Sons of bitches.
Yeah, they found your weak spot for you.
They do. They always do. And, you know, it's one of the things, like you said, you basically get a real-time feedback. The second they see something as a genuine weakness in comparison to the other locations, you're out.
Right. There it goes.
They're testing you. They're pushing that button.
Painless.
I will say one of the things that I learned how to do, one of the people, was to reinforce my power supplies so that they don't take out a power supply and disable my shocking towers.
Yeah.
That is one thing I legit learned to do. I do not look forward to rebuilding these things.
God, do I have to play a game? Can I just hang out?
Nope!
A lot of people do just hang out. I just don't think I have that type of pulling power, you know what I mean?
Not yet. Soon.
No, not really. Not soon. Like I was talking earlier before you got on, I was like thinking about different format changes I could be doing. I think primarily, and it's gonna sound like a duh, and that's an interesting problem you have. Work is the reason why I can't commit too much to this.
Huh.
Yeah, right?
It's interesting. That's a thing people do.
I know. I mean, like, I hear a lot of people who like do pretty well for themselves. Those guys, do I have a backpack, or is this, that's it? It's been so long since I played Stardew. No, those guys who, like, have a lot of time to, like, really build a fan base and stuff like that, a lot of them have this story, you're like, well, I was out of work for a while, and then, you know, I just really committed to this streaming thing for, like, you know, 10 hours a day, and I'm like, God, how do you do it if you have an actual job?
You really don't, and that's, I think, the issue.
Or, like, you, well, like, there's people who, like, have a family, have a job, and do this type of stuff for fun on the side, and it actually works out for them fairly well. But it's like...
Run!
I
Run,
think,
little... Oh, my ranger's dead.
I think those are, like,
Sorry,
rare. You know what I mean?
It is rare.
Like, they have, like, a supportive spouse who are just like, oh, yeah, no, I don't care. They just stream all day, and then, you know, maybe those guys probably only stream, like, once a week or whatever.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, the length of the stream is more of what matters, and all said and done.
Maybe I should cut down and focus on other stuff, you know what I mean? Like, really, like, be like, hey, Wednesdays, starting at 2 p.m., I stream from 2 to 7, you know what I mean?
Are you force cuddling the cat? He's force cuddling the cat. God. The cat is now asking for my help. No. Oh, boy.
Craft a furnace, meet the wizard. Oh yeah, Rasmodius got a hold of me. But you know what I'm saying, though? It's like, maybe I should do that, like, maybe once a week. Stream for 5 hours a day.
I mean...
Twice a week. That sounds very reasonable. Because that way I have more time to focus on side projects and really think about content and like what I'm going to do. So that every day I'm reaching for stuff to do.
What? So who's gonna take you to the theater if you won this rocket? Oh, no, I have to work. I can't. I already talked to you about tomorrow. I have plans tomorrow. Whatever. Just stop. See, he wants you to take him. That's the thing. When you go to theater, he wants you to be the one to take him to the theater. I'm not gonna quit. And now he's force cuddling the child.
Jeez.
You're the one you attacked him first, kid. Like, you asked for that. We don't hit people. What do we say? What do we say?
Come here. Skip.
Some epic tickles are going down up in here.
Sounds like it.
Hey, kiddo. Go hang out. Stardew Valley.
That's what I'm doing now.
I don't know. What's your weapon? Let's see. He's got a pickaxe, an axe, a...
Hoe and a scythe.
Yeah. You don't have a sword on this character yet?
Nope.
He doesn't have a weapon yet. He has tools to garden with.
Obviously, this child's played the game once or twice. I haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, you can go now. Honey, he just started over.
Other thing is I really don't like doing the mining stuff. Like, I really dislike going into the mine
He's
and all
not
that
gonna
stuff.
play Terraria right now. He's playing Stardew Valley.
What? Does the kid want to see Terraria? I could play that.
No.
I don't like digging, though.
Gosh.
I like building.
You have the controller. Everyone in the living room can't watch anything until you go back out there. Joshua, that's enough. Leave the cat alone. Jeff is doing the lay there and sleep with your eyes closed while you're smiling thing.
Oh.
And Joshua just wants to sleep. Oh god. Having children is an exercise in patience and will.
That's what they say.
Josh, that's enough. Out. Now. One. No. Two. You're not purchasing a movie. He wants to purchase a movie.
Why?
Because he wants to watch it. Oh.
I don't like music. This stuff's kicking me. I hate it. I hate music, man. I can't do it. Like, I like music from time to time, but now I'm sitting here just like I'm I'm torturing myself with audio. It's too
Why?
much.
Wow, that's a lot of folk.
God. Like, it was fun and all. Hey, look, the mine's open finally. Yeah, it's like sitting there like,
Well,
what's
they
wrong?
found my weak point again.
I was
Thanks,
like, something's
Dave.
wrong. I don't like it. Something's making me unhappy. Like, I felt like legit unhappiness because, like, my brain gets hurt because of music. I think that's what it is. Like, I like to think. I like thinking about stuff. And music's just, like, numb out your brain. And there's only so much of that I can handle.
Nah, I can understand that.
Which I think is why I like Animal Crossing music, because it's meant to be real light, you know? It's like the Rice Crackers of music. can just have a billion of them.
I can see that.
Like, this lo-fi crap was making my brain, like, all fogged down. I hated it. I wish I could listen to podcasts on here. I'm starting to listen to this new one called Bubble, and I really do enjoy it. It's like, it's this weird take, because it's like, okay, I guess from what you've gathered, and it doesn't tell you right away, what you gather is like Earth went to crap, and everyone moved to this alien planet, and there's people on the alien planet. They call them like bush people, or like bush babies.
Interesting.
Yeah, it sounds really bad. And they have like heightened senses, or for whatever reason, just from living out in the bush. Well, the main name, the namesake, the bubbles are like the towns on there. And it's kind of like this weird, like, it doesn't try to be anything it's not. Like, everyone lives inside like this little suburban area. They're all aware of monster attacks. You know, I don't know, they pay a lot to live inside the bubble. It's just this interesting thing about like this chick who used to be a bush baby, and now she's... Oh god, I really hate doing the mine shaft thing. I really do. I don't like being in here. It's boring to me. Alyssa gets off on this stuff. She loves being down here breaking rocks and junk.
Does she have a lot of repressed anger?
No, not really. She just likes being down here in the mines.
Working the mines.
Yeah. And I'd rather be
She
tending a farm.
for the money.
That's why, you know, we would work well in this dynamic if she would do the multiplayer. Which, by the time I usually get done with the stream and all that stuff, just do the time. Oh, God, look how long it takes to kill a slime. You know, like, it's just not working out. I usually take a nap, is what it is. Take a nap before work.
Okay, shocking towers. I need one there. Definitely need one there. That is a huge weak point that they're going to exploit in about 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, stone. What do I need? Workers. Workers! Work.
God. Now it's slightly too quiet. Let me go back to Animal Crossing music. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, that's so much better. It's just enough noise, yeah. It's just enough noise. I didn't realize how mad music makes me. I like music, I just don't like it non-stop. Like, Kristen sits there and listens to music like all the time. I'm like, how are you doing that? Like, my brain goes numb, and everyone's like, oh, yeah, well, sometimes you just want your brain to go numb. I'm like, why? I love thinking. I love that, you know,
I also feel like those are the types of people who would imbibe regularly.
Yeah. Can attest.
And
There's some truth to that.
And I just don't. So...
It's just like, I don't know. I don't do that, man. I can't have that. Oh, I'm going to turn my brain off. I don't know. Why don't you just be cool, or I don't know. It's not how I operate, is all. I like brain on. Brain on. So I didn't like marijuana. So I like when I booze, I do it very lightly. I like my brain on.
I understand that.
Also, my mom's like a huge addict to booze, so she's an alcoholic, so I try to stay away from that as much as possible.
Also understand that.
Yeah, so, yeah, no, I just don't do the marijuana like that.
Why? Oh. What do I need here?
I'll get rid of these slimes. There's actually like no functional reason to have these slimes as far as I can tell. Like, I think they do like a small thing, but you could create like a slime hutch, I'm aware of, but like all you do is you just breed slimes in there for the sake of having slimes. And again, they do nothing, so.
Well, can you kill them for more resources?
Just slime. So like if you want slime and you need slime accessories, you know, you can kill yourself a slime hutch.
That seems gross.
Yeah, I don't get the point of it. How do I make a ferny?
How is the south still my weak point?
The south? 20, gosh dang it. Too short. Nuts.
Oh, I bet it's this south. I have 2 souths. 2 ingresses from the south.
There it is. So I need dandelions and a leek. I have all that.
Waiting for a house to upgrade.
Yep.
How annoying.
Harsh, yep. break my heart.
Oh boy.
That's what the song of that spot sounded like. I thought I had a leak. Let's go forage for a leak today. What you do to me when you hold me in your arms. Is it so tighter at night?
I don't know.
Dude, I'm so bad at lyrics, which is another reason I don't do music. Like I don't hear lyrics. I hear tones musically. Which is why I don't listen to Korn, because I realize if you just listen to the tones of their music, it's boring. Oh man. Charlie, you are being adorable and annoying at the same time, and I don't know how you've managed to like super grab that middle ground perfectly.
Man, they're still giving me more in this one spot. How is this still my weak point? I have rebuilt this area 3 times now.
That's why. Like it's like I had to keep rebuilding it because they keep destroying it because it's my weak spot. They're making it a weak spot. Maybe geographically it's your weak point.
Maybe the city's down south. Yeah, I haven't explored that. I mean, it would make sense if the city was down there. Why
What day are you on?
118 of 20.
And you haven't explored the city yet?
No. Told you I was testing something.
Well, fuck you too, Clint.
Definitely the city. I've got swarms.
Yeah, plus if you get to the end of the game and you haven't destroyed the cities, those all, like, create an uber amount of zombies.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, a Splattercat, what he ended up doing is, like, he had, like, a very strong, small group at the outskirts, just enough to draw people out until they were empty, like the city areas. And then he would go in and destroy them.
I usually have it so that I have, like, basically a recon team, and they just run around and kill shit. And then, when I get down to the last guy, I bring the last guy back into the Uber Soldier, and I put him in one of the towers, and then I make a new team.
All I need is a leak. Doop 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 doop. I think I'm gonna get some mods for this Stardew. I don't want to play it unmodded anymore. You know what it is? I was a big fan of Harvest Moon, you know, that game series.
Oh, absolutely.
Huge fan of Harvest Moon, and then, like, it went all nuts. It went all sideways. And now you have to play, like, a Tale of Seasons or whatever to, like, get the true Harvest Moon experience. But, you know, it was a good thing about Harvest Moon is they would come out with new games, like any game company would do, which kept it fresh. But Stardew never updates. Why would it? You know, it's an older game. It doesn't need to anymore. But like someone like me who kind of craves that new farming experience every so often, it doesn't work so well.
Oh yeah, this swarm is gonna take me out. That's okay. It happens. But my other walls have held up. Everything else seems to be holding up strong. Just that one section that the game knew was my weak point, because it's a choke point, because there's only so much you can do, because they can focus their attack.
Right.
And this game sucks as far as, you know, if you have something that is a true bottleneck, you have to try and work your way through the bottlenecks.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise they can focus all of their dudes on one spot at a time.
Talk fences. Fences are used for keeping weeds at bay and protecting your crops. They also let farmers contain their livestock. Fences break down after a while, but stone, iron, and hardwood fences take a lot longer time. I didn't know fences broke down for quite a long time. Good humor today. Good job. Today would be a day for going to the mine. Okay, so what to bring to the mine? I need a hoe, I need the sword in this, and some stuff to eat. I should be selling these parsnips. Okay, sell the parsnips. Can't cook anything yet. But no, I miss older Harvest Moon games. My first one I ever played was A Wonderful Life on a GameCube that I recall. And to this day, and I only bring it up because if anyone ever meets my mother, to this day, if you bring up Harvest Moon and me, my mom will tell you a story about how young me didn't know the difference between a female cow and a male bull on the game. I didn't know. They looked the same to me in the game. So I was like, Ma, my cow won't make milk. What's going on?
Oh, it'll make milk.
Yeah, I know. That's her big thing. She's like, Ricky was just sitting there. It's like, oh, the cow looks all confused. She loves telling that story.
What do we got? This could suck. Alright. Definitive choke point. Not much natural resource. Cool. Let's do it.
I guess another, like, what about StarCraft? I wish... Did you ever play Red Alert 2? Just asking, because I don't know if you ever have.
Yeah, not very much though.
Oh, I would say Red Alert 2 has to be by far my favorite RTS ever.
I keep hearing that.
It was, like, really well balanced, you know, as far as, like, these games go. Fuck up this guy in his dumb rock body. Oh, now you got nothing. You were so tough a second ago.
What is this? There's a thing on the map. Oh, snap. What is this?
But, like, it doesn't...
Infected giant? Oh.
Oh, jeez. Now you're pretty screwed now.
Oh, God. They've been adding things to the games.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're doing lots of updates. The whole point, one of the things about this game that they have said that they're working on is that eventually you'll be able to beat the game and then keep your map. Like, you can just keep going.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that you can basically run the world. And zombies will still spawn, your cities can still be attacked, whatever, but you're basically going to actually be able to keep your world.
You need
That's one of the things.
Much bigger map, though, you know what I mean? Like...
Well, and the thing is once it's supposed to be basically you work your way through the world through each of the maps, and then at the end, when you've beat them all, that's when you get your cities.
Oh.
And so the maps all just kind of like come together as one Uber map. But a giant, guys? Come on, man, I don't have a Thanatos.
But no, Command & Conquer, it was honestly, it's a resource thing. Like, StarCraft limits you on, like, you can have, like, 200 units or whatever per map, which is way too small, man. And because it's not 200 unit, it's like 200 unit counts. So some things cost, like, 7 units to make. So you can have a small fleet of very strong things or, like, a large fleet of very weak things, you know? And sometimes, you know, you just wants to have a good time. So, I mean, that was my issue. That's my chief complaint with the StarCraft.
With the franchise?
Yeah, it's just like you can't have a lot of dudes. Again, going back to StarCraft, or Red Alert 2, you can have enough people to lag up your computer, and it'll still be like, do you want more?
Would you like more?
Yeah, we could do more. It's like I wouldn't recommend it, but more is possible. To the next elevator.
That's gonna be a definite weak point here. But I need more resources. Fuck. Okay.
Run. Not worth it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to strongly consider switching to longer streams less often than these 2-hour ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now. I mean, even if it cuts down to like if I could do like 2 real long streams, I think my stay value would be better because it gives people like more time to like pop in and, you know, channel length and stuff like that. Plus, it'll like, I don't know, it invites Alyssa to play in, it opens up for a lot more stuff. Eddie could get in on it, just because, I don't know. I'm just considering, you know, just spitballing.
Oh, no, I know.
I mean, what's your plan?
I don't know.
Dude, how you're so fucking loosey-goosey? You're like super smart, but you're real fucking loosey-goosey about a lot of stuff.
Kinda gotta be that way.
I suppose so, but I mean, gotta have some type of plan.
I'll wing it. It always works out.
Suppose, just by being a girl and being a streamer, it gives you the advantage.
Not quite where I was going with it, but you know, I
You're
guess.
like, it works out, tee. That's how that adds up. Some of us gotta work for this shit to work. Gotta work at it a bit. I don't know. I think I'm just too old.
Not at all.
I think so. Or I don't look young enough. I can figure it out. Because, like, again, I see, like, these, like just little fat chub boys eating cookies and shit. And they got, like, 128 viewers. And I'm like, is it all their family? Like, what's going on there? They're not really doing anything other than staring at the camera. Like, they're like, I went to school today. You know, and it's like, okay, kid, so you're recording off your camera, off your, like, mom's tablet. And you're doing way better than me? Fuck. What am I doing wrong?
Well, first of all, you're not using your mom's tablet.
My mom doesn't have a tablet anymore.
See, there's your problem.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Yeah, it's definitely the lack
Nothing
of
to
mom's
do with the fact that
tablets.
these kids have so much technology. They basically sneeze and they have another piece.
Yeah. Maybe it has something to do, like, there's like, hey guys, and like they're at school and they have all their little friends watch them or something. Like, no. I was gonna say maybe that doesn't add up because 120 some viewers is not as many. That just doesn't add up.
I don't know.
I can't figure it out. And I like flip through and I'm like, how are they doing it? And the main thing I found is if you are overseas, you will get viewerships. Like if you're like someone who speaks another language, you get a lot more people watching it just because I guess there's like a need, a want, a crave for that type of shit, you know?
Well, there's gotta be. I mean, not everybody speaks English.
Right. And as far as the English market goes, it's like super flooded with people like me who are just like, jerk off for you, please watch me, you know, like, it's fucking bad.
I didn't know this channel offered that.
That's on my private channel. You're gonna have to get a hold of me in Discord.
Oh, poor Alyssa.
I know. She deals wonderfully.
You're a very lucky man.
I got boots.
She's probably just like, I know he is, isn't he?
I'll use this elevator.
That was a wasted skill. That was silly of me. I should have put that there for sure.
Yeah, I don't get it. I guess I don't get what people want to see. You know what I mean? Like, I watch other people's channels, and I got some guy, like, he has blue hair, and I forgot what game he was playing, but he has, like, blue hair, and he's, like, sitting there, like, just talking about nothing. I went over to so-and-so's page, he's saying, and he did this, and he's just playing a game. He's not really even talking about the game he's playing. So it's like, okay, so it might not be the game, it's the person, but what is it about that person that I find otherwise very boring that draws in, like, 20, I was going to say 2,000. That's the number.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're not wrong. Just weirdly put.
It's weird.
2,000 is not inaccurate, though. Like, just
I know. It is not inaccurate. But yeah, I know. I just don't quite get it. Oh, crap. I don't have any coal because I used it for that bomb. Right. Oh, there's a coal.
Yeah, I have a lot of treasure chests. They're all color-coded.
Yeah, typically I do that. I just haven't gotten to that point yet. Obviously, I just made a furnace, so...
And then I have two... I think last time I had 2 or 3 furnaces in between my 2 resource treasure chests.
I usually have, like, that shack you can make. Usually, at first, that's lined with furnaces. So it's like, I gotta make the production. Make the black box here. Do I have to give this to Clint? Reach level 40. I know, even that's what I was doing before. Like, I clicked on, before I started playing today, I was like, what are people who have the games that I have, what are they doing? And for whatever reason, they were all other language channels. So, primarily, I think if I were just to learn another language on stream, that would do it.
It would be really fun if you actually learned the language while streaming, though.
Right, exactly. And I mean, like, it could be done.
Like, I don't know how to say this, so I'm gonna butcher this, but I'm gonna try.
Right. I mean, I got a suggestion from
like
Slayer.
Five reach out to you and be like, that's not how you say that.
That's not how you say that. Try it this way. Now, I did get a Slayer Darkfang was like, you know what you should do for people like Kristen? Stream Solitaire. I was like, I guess.
I mean, it's probably a very untapped market.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet you they've got people doing it, and I actually do speedrun Solitaire. Like, no jokes aside, my quickest time is like 1 minute and 46 seconds to beat a game of Free Cell. So I mean, like, I don't know. I think I'm pretty good at it. God, I'm actually really good at it. I'm like thinking about it, like really, like actually, I'm like, yeah, I'm the Free Cell master at work.
Yeah.
Undisputed Free Cell master. Let's be clear. No one else is doing it. Oh, there's spring onions. I thought they were leeks.
Nope, no such luck.
God, I am hungry. I know I'm always hungry during this time, but I don't eat so I don't burp on stream. That's what was happening last time that jeez. Sorry, Rowan. That Rowan forced me to eat that pizza. I started burping. And as someone who hangs around people who burp a lot, I don't know why, but Rumthief burps like a madman, like all constantly, so. And so does Rowan. They both burp. They're just burping all the time. She'll burp because she's hungry, burp when she's full, burp because there's nothing else to do. It's just a lot of burps. And I don't burp a lot. So when I do, it annoys me.
I can understand that.
Yeah. And I don't, it especially annoys me when I actually do it on stream by accident, so. I think there's something wrong in the face department there, because I also can't sneeze really well. I don't burp a lot, and I can't sneeze good.
I didn't know sneezing was a challenge. Like, I didn't think there was, like, well.
Sorry, not sneeze. I meant blow my nose.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, can't blow that nose well. Feels like my eyes will blow off. God, my dog has made this whole experience cute and annoying. He's at my feet, and he insists on laying on my foot. But where my foot is like tucked underneath me really hardcore. So I have like the worst cramp in my foot. And it's like,
oh, no.
I'm like, oh, my little baby's so cute. Don't move my foot. It's going to just die. Eventually the pain will stop. The foot will turn black and fall off, right? Like.
Oh, that's funny. I mean, it's funny and it's also, but it's funny.
Eventually this won't be an issue.
Eventually it won't be an issue because you won't have a foot.
Yeah, that's what I say about my mom. Like, she's never gonna die. She's just, parts of her are gonna turn black and shrivel up and start smelling. And she's gonna be like, Ricky, it hurts. I'm like, no, Mom, go away. Ricky, my arm. Mom, leave. You're nasty. I don't feel like doing this. Take ourselves a small break here at the end, just because, man, not feeling these games. What? Stardew Valley just updated? How dare you update in the middle of me playing? What this update history is. Bring this out this way so I can relax a bit. My back hurts because my... Oh, really? As soon as I get comfortable, he's like, okay, well, I'm going to get up and move. Love you, Bubba. Love my little guy so much. Today was just one of those days, man. I'm glad you're going to be at work, though. John's going to be back. Everyone's going to be back except for, like, Kristen and Mark, right?
Yeah.
Good.
As far as I know.
Very good. At least that'll make the day better.
There we go. Sorry, I'm working on defenses.
I wonder if I'll go diddle on my guitar for a little bit. I've been thinking about doing that again. Diddling myself on camera. That's a different website. That's for the Discord. If you want to be one of my Patreon fans, you can watch me diddle. No, I'm not going to set up a Patreon. I don't do enough content for that. Even though it's like 2 hours a day, every single day for a month. That's good content, but... Charlie, cut it out.
He can't help it.
Well, he thinks because I moved, I'm done. So he's just like, yeah, come here. You want to come on up?
It's his own fault for not using the restroom.
There you go, buddy. Hey, take a seat. Take a seat, bud. Hey, sit. Sit, goddamn you. There you go. Don't sniff the mic. He's an awkward boy. He doesn't know.
He's a heavy breather.
Well, he's also real excited. I'm not sure why. Bubba, oh, dude, don't. He's trying to lay down now. Like, that's the thing. He's, like, trying to lay down on my arms. He's getting desperate. This is his desperate tactics. Oh, the poor boy. You smell good, bud.
Chubby baby.
I know. No, up, and he's laying down. I think the camera's lost him, so now it's just...
Now it looks like you're petting your lap in a creepy way.
Yes. 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 Bubba, stop.
Poor Charlie.
Stop moving so much. Just relax, bud. Oh, now you don't smell good. He's making mouth smells.
Yeah, dogs do that.
Wait, is this what you wanted, buddy? What, are you hungry? You hungry, bud? Yeah, I think he's a little hungry. I'll be cooking dinner in a little bit. I don't really want to. I don't even want to go to work today, man. I'm pretty done with that.
Aren't we all?
Although I think, like, after tonight, it's our weekend, right?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, boy, howdy. I don't know what I'm gonna... Maybe I'll, Puppy, listen, you are too uncoordinated and too fat to be slipping around in my lap like this. Goodbye. Ugh. You know, I was supposed to be doing these long streams on the weekend, but I need a game to play. I mean, maybe it's, we did just get paid. Maybe I'll consider, that's what I was going to do, is I was going to go through the library and see if there's some new game that I want to play. Maybe it's time to get the Fallout 76 on PC.
Mm.
I know, I don't necessarily want it, but if there is going to be updates for it,
Well, of course there are. It's Bethesda.
yeah, I mean, if there is going to be Fallout updates, you know. Hey, is it out on PC or is it console only?
Everything is out.
Where do you get it? It's not on Steam. I should have figured that much.
Bethesda.
Oh, do they have their own launcher?
Uh-huh.
Fucking God. So I got the Steam launcher. I got the Blizzard launcher. I got standalone games. I don't use it. And if I want to get Sims 4, I got to get their launcher too.
Mm-hmm.
God.
I totally have the Sims 4. By the way.
Yeah, I know. We have it on PS4. I know. It's not as good.
Yeah, you can't console command yourself all the money.
Why would you do that? That's not the point of the game.
No, it's not. I do enjoy me some console commands, though. Not
Yeah,
gonna
true. Wow, people! I'm reading the comments on this before you play or before you buy Fallout 76, and people have said this guy said, give him a shout out to what his actual name is. He said, oh, nope, I lost him. There it is. XX Silent Angel 47XX says that Fallout 76 makes No Man's Sky look good.
Well, that's just not accurate.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that's rough. That's rough criticism.
So, let's get this pulled up here.
Oh, that's reasonable. Should have made a Fallout game with Borderlands and Dying Light type co-op.
Let's... What is this?
I mean, people are getting pretty... Somebody, okay, so did you play Fallout 4?
Yeah.
So people are like, this one says like, players, we hate Preston Garvey. Bethesda, the players don't like our NPCs. Let's take them all out of the game. That'll fix the problem.
Joshua, not absent today. What are they doing? Oh, okay. It's the end of the day check-in part. Got it.
Oh, man, I'm going to watch this video next. I'm definitely going to watch this. I really like this Game Ranks, I guess. Game Ranks, RANX, Game Ranks. I really like those videos, like the before you buy. I watch a lot of them, and he's pretty right about a lot of stuff. Like, he did the, did you play, I suppose you didn't, that doesn't seem like your type of game, but there's a game called Kingdom Come Deliverance, and it's super realistic, like fighting. It's like a period piece type game of like set in like the medieval time where you play this like lonely blacksmith boy named Henry, and you have to like, you accidentally raise your rank or way through the ranks and kind of become someone, but it's ultra hard on console because it's optimized for PC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
okay, so comment from W. Haven't you heard hating Fallout 76 is the next big thing? All the cool kids are doing it. Is this review bombing? What if the game is actually crap? Next comment by Wade. Well, we know a bad Fallout game when we see one, and 76 might clearly suit that, but you have to understand, it is what people have wanted for a decade.
It's the idea. I mean...
Let's see here. Let's see. Steve L says, the lore, Jesus H, look at, it's just a fun, silly game that people are going to be playing and they're going to upstate constantly for years. Fortnite is a terrible game, but people still love it because it's free. 76 is fine for now, and it will get better too. There will be more content. They have already promised us that. That Fortnite, what have they done? Ooh, shinier weapon.
That's not fair. That's not a fair critique. I don't even like Fortnite, so don't get me wrong. Do not like Fortnite. It's not a bad game if you like the genre. You see what I'm talking about,
though? Like, the people criticizing these games, they're so skewed.
I mean, I'm on Metacritic right now, and it got a 3.2. 76. 3.2. That's real bad. That's bad for even like bad games. Like normal, like, God, it's not great. Let me see what positive reviews about this game are like and negative reviews about this game. That's how I like to really rate things. The same way doing it on Amazon. You know?
Let's see here. It's clearly review bombing when half the users' reviews are giving us 0. It should only be given to actual contenders for the worst game of all time and not for a game you simply find bland or uninspired. Have the negative people here who say they don't like it even said it's not really bad. Oh, half the negative people, here. Half the negative people here who say they don't like it have even said it's not really bad. It's just not good, average at best, which hardly warrants hundreds and hundreds of people slapping it with zeros and proclaiming it trash. Just because you fanboy so hard for the Fallout universe does not mean you should slap it around with a 0. There's a lot of effort and a lot of time that went into this game.
The problem is they made a game and said it was Fallout. They shouldn't have done that. If they were just like, hey, we're going to make this new game, post-apocalypse, do this, then you'd be like, yeah, sweet, fucking awesome, MMO, kind of survival type thing, whatever. But then they said the word Fallout. So that Fallout, that's like saying if I told you, hey, I have a car for you, and then you pull up with a tricycle. You'd be like, what the fuck is this? This isn't a car the way I expect a car. And you're like, you shouldn't have expectations. You know, like that's it's
Well,
bullshit.
David V's is pretty balanced review here. Let's see.
By the way, I'm not arguing. I like debating.
No, it's awesome. No, David V says, I just bitch about the non-ability to play offline and not having a decent story mode. I have looked into a lot of the source to make up my mind about this, and I have started playing it. But nor did I really think of Fallout 4 as being a real Fallout game, so I'm going to pass on this one. Unfortunately, not everybody else has the same mindset. They know that's not going to be what they like, and they're purchasing it, and it really feels like review bombing, because at this point, they're purchasing the game just to hate on it. The comment that I'm replying to is, so people who dislike the game can't review the game and give themselves and give a 0 score. Yes, but perhaps you should actually score the game accurately. It does not warrant a 0 score. It may be on an old engine, and it may be PvP issued. However, plenty of games are issued on outdated engines, and they're extremely popular. And 90% of the things people are bitching about are non-existent. Play the game, enjoy the game, don't enjoy the game, but don't hate on a game just because it's not what you want.
I mean, that's a pretty accurate review. I will agree people shouldn't rate it 0, but it isn't a good Fallout game. Can we agree to that? Like, as far as a Fallout game and a Fallout series, it is a game that looks like Fallout, but this is, and I haven't played it yet, so forgive me, but from what I understand, it is not a good Fallout game. It is a game with Fallout makeup on.
Yes and no. I mean, it's a Fallout game. There's no question about it. It's not what people want. Like, from what I have seen of it, it's a Fallout game. It feels Fallout. You're playing it. You feel the world. It's just weird because there's people in your space. And that's something that Fallout really heavily relied upon, was the sole survivor. And you're not the sole survivor in this one.
That's true. You're part of a vault of survivors.
Yeah, you're a vault of survivors who have the option of taking each other out if you want, which is what the real world would be. And, you still have ghouls and zombies and all kinds of things coming at you, radiated people.
Sure.
Mole rats and rad roaches and giant mosquitoes.
I mean, it has assets from Fallout, don't get me wrong, but I mean, what is a Fallout experience if not a tale of a post-apocalyptic survivor set on a journey? Is that what this is?
Yes.
Is this like a vault?
You are a post-apocalypse server. You are set on a journey. The journey is not based around your sole character's journey, though. There's everyone's complaining about the holotapes, and now I'm gonna say this: it's actually kind of fun. As someone who enjoys the story behind Fallout, I've been enjoying the holotapes and all the little terminals that are abandoned to read the story.
You have admitted, say you've only played an hour. Could you do the holotapes for 60+ hours, or would that become lacking and boring for you? Because that's really what people are getting at. Like, as much time as you've put into a normal MMO, i.e. World of Warcraft, ESO Online, ESO, I know, I went ATM machine on that one. Sorry.
Oh, God.
Could you put that much amount of time just doing holotape things? Because from what I understand...
holotape things.
I haven't played it yet again.
I feel like people are trying to rush through their storyline, and instead of enjoying the play for what it's supposed to be, you're supposed to want to build your little base, and you're supposed to want to go out there and take out somebody else's because they've encroached upon your territory. And you're supposed to want to play it as if you were genuinely surviving the apocalypse.
Mm.
And people are taking it as a story mode solo adventure game, and you can't take this that way because it's not. And if that's what you wanted, you're not going to be happy playing it. There's no two ways about that. Anybody who wanted that of this game is going to be severely disappointed, and they're going to be angry, and they're going to hate on it, because that's not what this is at all.
I mean, there's a lot of interesting reviews. If you go to like the on Metacritic, the people who rated it like above 8 or whatever, they're really, really incredibly fair about what they're saying. Some of them will admit that they only rated 10 because they were trying to offset the stuff, and they really would only rate like 7 or something, which I think that's the fairest review. At least that I've read so far.
I feel like it's a very strong contender for a 7 to an 8. And that's a new game, a Bethesda game, which we all know the content is never entirely complete on a Bethesda game when they drop. Mm-hmm. That's just a given. It's Bethesda. It's their entire thing.
Ooh, a game on my Steam wish list is on sale.
Oh, I love those alerts. They depress me, though, because it's always like, for $1 off. What?
I know. Oh, Subnautica's down like $5. I don't want it that much.
But I say it's a strong contender for a 7 or maybe a given gameplay. Now, I mean, I have to ask, have these people genuinely explored all the options of the game, or are they trying to do it the same way they did other Fallout games? Because if you're going to try and bust it out like you did another Fallout game, it's not going to be what you're looking for. It just isn't.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that'd be my real question. Is this, have you played this like you would play something like a PvP server in WoW, or have you played this as something like a Soul Survivor storyline?
So what would
Like
be the
which
preferable way? Like, would you prefer to treat it like the PvP server, or?
I feel like if you go into it knowing that it is a Fallout theme and that it is a because it is a Fallout theme, there's no question there. They nailed that. But if you're going into it and you're expecting a story-based solo player game, this is not going to be the game flat out.
Fallout has been story driven though, and I think the lack of story, the lack of direct story, the create your own story aspect being a derivative of the just that idea, taking that divergent path away to do this like MMO free space kind of create your own story type of thing. I think that's what a lot of people are feeling. That's what they're truly complaining about, is they want more story, because that was also a huge complaint in Fallout 4, was that the story was too railroaded and basically boring, and that doesn't make it's nonsensical if you think about it logically. But I think that's what their main complaint is, and they keep muddling that idea down with, oh well, this game, it doesn't look good and it's bad. I can definitely agree that I too would feel a lack of hard story as a problem, but okay, maybe that's not what this is.
Yeah. And I would like to see more. I'd like to see more people give it a fair chance rather than, oh, it disappointed me in the first 24 hours I played it. Because, of course, the first 24 hours of any game is rocky.
Yeah, it's basically everything. TV shows, anime, manga. The first impression you get is you really got to give things a chance. But if you spend 4 or 5 hours, if I say, okay, so a lot of these reviewers, they'll have like 3 or 4 hours with the game. And I think after 3 or 4 hours, if there isn't something that will make you want to stay there, it's probably an issue.
To some degree, yeah.
But I don't know. I would probably stay just because I do love the Fallout universe. I love the thing, but my main thing is I love hearing about vaults. I love hearing about the messed up stuff in the vaults. And if it's just going to be like, old Tyler made a dog in a vault and then he died over here next to a holotape, if it's that for like 60 hours, I don't want it.
Well, it's not quite that.
I don't know what the missions are like. What are they like?
Well, so they tell you to go find the Overseer's encampment. Okay. As a beginning quest.
Yeah, because I'm aware the Overseer left, and she left you a note saying like, oh, this is for you. And asked you to go. Does she ask you to go find her, or is that just something you decide to do?
You're asked to go find her. It's basically your intro to the game. They ask you to leave the vault and go find the Overseer.
Right.
It's really cute. There's a whole bunch of little supplies on tables. The inside of the starting vault, the water features work, which I thought was a cute little touch. So like you go outside, you're adventuring. There's patrol robots in this game, which is kind of cool. It's a little bit they're tiny, like little spider bots. It's unique.
Right, I've seen those enemy types. They're neat.
Yeah, and there's of course little toolboxes, places, and you're adventuring and whatever, and they show you the direction you're going on the map as per every Bethesda game ever. And you get there. And chances are there's going to be someone else there already because it's an MMO. There's going to be other people. And there's like this little tiny thing. It's like a crafting station, a cooking station, whatever. And you've got another note from the Overseer saying, hey, had to do this thing. Here's my camp. Make use of it if you can. You should talk to this person.
Right.
Oh, okay. And then, so you make use of the camp. Like I made a weapon, made some armor, cooked up some food because I've scavenged on my way there. And then I went off to the next encampment, which is where I'm currently doing the storyline and quest line there. And so you get there, and that's where people are like, oh, you get there and this person's dead. Well, it's only part of that area. And so you get there, and it says, I see some research here. Let's find out what's going on. Find so-and-so's water. How contaminated is the water? Is the world going to recover? And
I suppose because you are technically like the first ones out there.
Yeah.
But then again, the world is going to recover, being like you do know that as a player.
Yes, and as a player, you know that, but as a character, your character doesn't know that. You know, it's player knowledge versus character knowledge.
Right.
And so character knowledge, there's not going to be NPCs. Like I was talking to you about it earlier, it's not going to be a way of NPCs. You're the first people out of the vault. Everyone else has faced this nuclear apocalypse.
There should be ghouls still. I'm still on that. Not feral ghouls. There should be ghouls. Just saying.
And there should be some, and that maybe something implemented, you know, like maybe they're in a different area. Maybe the people who came from, you know, the ghouls are actually in a entirely different area. This is only Appalachia. This is only like West Virginia.
Yeah, it is rather open from what I could tell.
Yes. And, you know, there's the way that they've built the game, there is the possibility that it could eventually be entirety of the United States. You can find the other before they're open. You know, I mean, there's that room to expand and improve.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, what if all the ghouls came from, like, the Midwest, where things were more isolated? What if...
You know, ghouls are anybody who gets that sweet, sweet microwave spot where they get irradiated but keep their intelligence and their skin just sloughs off, but hey, they're fine, you know, that type of crap.
Exactly. And maybe, like, ghouls only come from certain areas geographically protected. Or, you know, West Virginia, maybe in the coal mines. Maybe at some point they drop an expansion where we discover ghouls. So,
do I have a Bethesda? I feel like I'm going to buy this now. I mean, as much as I've had controversy and I've bitched about it left and right, I just feel as if I just need to try it myself. And I hate that it's a $60 try. That's the biggest thing. There was no demo for it. I hate it's a $60 try, but worst case scenario, it's another disappointing Fallout game for me. It's exactly as I think.
aww,
Best
you
case
found
scenario.
a Squeaky.
No. Remember I told you that's how he begs? That's his food, Squeaky. It's his squirrel. Hold on, let me... Give me the goddamn Squeaky. Give me that Squeaky toy. Give me the Squeaky toy. How do you get such a good bite on these? It's because I'm gentle. Gah! Okay, finally, I got it. If you look, this is his food Squeaky toy. He uses it for begging. I got it for him as a fun toy. I thought he'd like it. No, this is what he uses because he wants food.
That's adorable.
Yeah. He actually, most of his toys end up near me. He has this like little it looks like anal beads, honestly. Kind of like
a stick.
No, it's like a rubber thing that you can load at treats that he'll bring to me if he wants a snack. He has a little blue tennis ball that he'll also try to... I call it his bargaining ball. He'll bring it to me if he also wants to figure out food sitch. You know, he just... At some point he realizes if he brings things it becomes annoying. I'll probably like, what do you want? Are you hungry or something like that? Like right there, I just said hungry and he's like looking up at me.
You said the H word. That was not a good idea.
His head tilt. He's like, huh? I am hungry.
Of course he's hungry. He's a fat boy.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. That is so cool. I do have a Bethesda net name, and it's exactly what I wish it were.
What is it?
Well, I don't want to say on here. Is it exposable?
What?
I'll just write it to you in Discord.
Sounds like a safe bet.
But no, it's honestly, it's one of those names. I'll just say it because like it is one of the handles I've used for a long time. Lord Balmung, like from .hack. You know? Yep. And it makes me happy that's where I managed to keep on there. So, I've been Lord Balmung for so long. I don't even know why I liked the guy so much anymore, but it was a cool name. Now I always get like, oh, Lord Ballsack. And I'm like, yeah, totally the first time I heard that. And that's not even great, because it's like BALMUNG. Is that close to sack? Like, if my name was like Lord Bullmac, and you're like, Bullsack, that's fun. But just adding sack to the bit, it's low-hanging fruit, and it's the type of comedy that I only do for cheap laughs. You know what I mean? Yeah. I do aim for cheap laughs sometimes, just because it's why not. But
of course.
But for the most part, I do like to make my insult comedy like more tailored. I work harder than that.
Oh. So I've officially been playing this game for 15 years.
How?
World of Warcraft, yo.
Oh, I thought you were talking about about the We Are Billions or They Are Billions. I was like, I'm not sure.
No, it's been out for like a year.
Like, okay, I didn't realize this was the moment you gonna lose your mind, but yeah, gotcha.
No, it's the 14th anniversary of Warcraft. And
Jeez.
I played part of the beta. Well, I played most of the beta and the alpha, but yeah. Well, I'm old.
Let's see. Well, I used to play Warcraft and World of Warcraft. I know it's not an active thing I do anymore, but I used to play before all the expansions came out. Before the expansions were even in talk. I remember getting upset that they included expansion-based items and like areas that you could attempt to go to via boat. But you couldn't get there because you didn't have the expansion. You couldn't use them because you didn't have the expansion. I was
Yep.
there too. Although you're the one who kept up with it. I got annoyed once I reached the level cap, so.
Yeah, the last couple expansions haven't been as much for me. This is the only game I have ever truly group played for a long period of time. I'm usually a solo gamer.
Mhm.
And Warcraft,
Yeah,
I
what
played
kept you
for the
so much
social
about it,
aspect.
dude? The social aspect, huh?
Yeah, well, because when I started playing, God, how old was I even? How 20 years ago.
Let's see. You're, 14 years, and you're like 82 right now, so
Oh my
that'll
God,
put you.
really?
That'll
That's
put
where
you
we're
at
gonna
like
go.
you're probably like 16,
19.
19. I was
Yeah.
like 16.
So I was in college. Because I remember, yeah, okay. So here's the dilly. Warcraft. I played, all of the other Blizzard franchises. I played Lionsgate, Black and White 2.
Oh, Black and White. I forgot about
I
those games.
played Bethesda games, and what Warcraft was like, hey, you've been blah blah blah, StarCraft 2, blah blah blah. Would you like to try our new game? Sign up now. Okay. Congratulations, you've been invited to try
Did
blah
Black
blah
and White
blah.
come out before World of Warcraft?
Yes.
Whoa, because I remember playing that game, and then at some point Isaac was playing World of Warcraft, and I just assumed it'd been out for a long time by then. But
Let's see. Not talking Pokemon Black and White.
well, no, that's obviously I miss Black and White. We actually used to annoy our math teacher.
Black and White, released on March 30th, 2001.
17 years ago.
Black and White
No!
2.
What have you
Black-
done? How dare
Black
you
and White
introduce
2
me to the
released
concept of time?
in November. Okay, hold on. Black and White 2, January 2009.
You know what? I'm going to do some budgeting. I'm going to buy Fallout 76, play it on PC. We can talk about this at another point. I'm rather interested now. Oh, but damn, man. I wish I didn't have to play it alone. That's the biggest thing. It's one of those games that I'm going to have to play alone. I don't think Eddie's probably going to... Eddie doesn't own it yet. He's just got his PS4 up and he got Red Dead Redemption. So between 2 children and a job and that, he doesn't play. So I'm going to have to make some new friends.
Inherently.
Yeah.
Well, and it's kind of cool, you don't have to group with people if you don't want to.
Does make it better. If I wanted to play a Fallout game by myself, I'd just play the original ones or something.
Yeah, and you can, if you see someone in the wild, you can send them a message, you can invite them to group, you can,
Yeah,
do
it's
stuff.
like an MMO.
Yeah, standard MMO tactics,
Yeah.
and you can work on the same things. So.
Yeah, when you work on stuff, like when you build things, do you just have to have those supplies, or is it like kind of like the forest? Is there servers, or do you just go into does it just random push you into something?
It just puts you into something.
Okay.
As far as I know, I don't know if it's dedicated. I think you can create dedicateds, but I'm not sure how to do any
Because
of that yet.
I'm
Obviously, I haven't.
super interested in finding like a dedicated server, at least a group.
Oh, yeah.
Oh fuck! I can't believe Fallout 76 is out. I remember telling you that I was
Like
nervous I'd have to make friends. Ugh.
All right. Well, it is
Yeah,
20
dude,
past.
I gotta make food.
Yep.
All right. Hey, by the way, I just wanted to quick ask you, what was your handle time before you left?
Till 3 o'clock was 300.
300 even?
Yep.
So between midnight and 3 o'clock, you just was like knocking them out.
Yep.
Damn, man, that sucks. I'm
Because I
hoping.
got upset about my handle time from the 6:30 to midnight. I was mad. I don't know what my final ended up being. I'm sure I'll find out today. But
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll compare slips today. So I was just curious. 300 though. God damn it! I tried so hard and I got only down to like 385, but that's still really
yeah,
good.
but you have to remember I have another 6 hours to toss onto that number today.
I
So
know. I know. We'll find out. We'll find out. You know, we'll find out. We'll find a final tally on Monday or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll see you at work.
Okay, bye.